It was a Friday night, the kind of gathering that should have been light-hearted and filled with laughter. Yet something inside me felt unsettled. I had been married to Laura for 7 years, and while most days carried a sense of normalcy, that evening felt different. I was about to leave early when a few words stopped me cold. One of Laura's friends, someone I barely knew but had always sensed carried influence, leaned close to her. Their whispered exchange made my stomach churn. Laura wasn't just chatting idly, she was speaking about me, about our marriage, about things I never imagined she would say. I pretended to blend into the background, drink in hand, while my ears strained to catch more. The party's noise dulled as my attention zeroed in on her voice. The way she smirked, the way her friends nodded, it all carried the weight of betrayal cloaked in casual laughter. "I can't believe he's still here," she said with amusement. "I thought he'd be gone by now. He's so predictable." My chest tightened. Every instinct told me to confront her immediately, but something stronger told me to listen. Then I heard her say words that shifted everything. "He'll never see it coming. I've been working on this for months. Next week, everything changes." The meaning was undeniable. This wasn't a harmless surprise. This was deliberate, calculated, and deeply personal. My jaw clenched as a storm of anger, disbelief, and icy fear surged through me. Still, I remained calm on the surface. No one around us noticed what was unraveling inside me. For the rest of the night, I stayed in the shadows, observing, collecting fragments of her plan from small gestures, glances, and conversations. Each detail sharpened the picture of her intentions. By the time the party ended, I knew one thing for certain: I would not be caught off guard. That night, sleep eluded me. Every word replayed in my mind like pieces of a puzzle demanding to be solved. Laura thought she had the upper hand, but she had overlooked one thing: I never act without fully understanding the game being played. The next morning, I began quietly gathering information. I studied her behavior, noted her slips during conversations, even watched her phone for clues. Every sign confirmed she was weaving a plan against me. Her confidence, her sly smiles, and her false ease masked the anxiety beneath. I didn't confront her. That's what she wanted, for me to react, to lose control. Instead, I waited. I secured our finances, protected assets, and reached out discreetly to those who might be unknowingly drawn into her schemes. Every step was calculated, every precaution deliberate. Days passed, and then came the moment she tried to test me. She called casually, pretending innocence, dropping hints about changes she was making, watching closely for my response. I gave her none. When she finally slipped in a veiled threat, suggesting a move she was about to make against me, I simply nodded and let the silence hang. Her plan was already neutralized before it began. That night, as she slept, I sat alone reflecting. For years I had poured trust and effort into our marriage, ignoring cracks beneath the surface. But now, everything was clear. Betrayal sharpened my vision. Her arrogance, her assumptions, her underestimation of me, they had all become the blueprint for my strategy. The following week, she attempted to spring her trap, confident she had mapped every weakness. But when she finally confronted me, frustration written across her face, her words faltered. "How did you know? How did you prepare for this?" I looked at her with calm certainty. "Because I don't act blindly. I watch. I think. I plan. And I don't let anyone else dictate my life." Her bravado crumbled. The smirk that once carried power vanished. She had believed I was predictable, easy to manipulate. Instead, she was facing a version of me she hadn't expected, resolute, unshaken, and beyond her control. In the days that followed, she tried to regain ground, probing for weakness, but her efforts met only silence and composure. Slowly, she realized the truth. The influence she thought she held was gone. Within weeks, the balance had shifted entirely. Every move she had plotted collapsed under the weight of my preparation. My resources, relationships, and peace of mind remained untouched, secured long before she could reach them. And as she walked out of the house one evening, the reality of her defeat etched across her face, I felt an unfamiliar clarity. The fear and uncertainty that had once gripped me were replaced with something stronger, an unshakable understanding that real strength lies not in reaction, but in foresight and patience. Months later, reflecting on it all, I saw her betrayal for what it was, a miscalculation. She believed she could outwit me, but underestimated the quiet power of preparation. What she failed to destroy had instead fortified me. In the end, I gained more than protection of what was mine. I gained confidence, clarity, and control. And with that came a freedom no betrayal could ever take away. Thank you so much for watching. If this video touched your heart or inspired you in any way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.